Hello everyone. All right, I'm on a road trip at the moment and just had this really cool insight come through. So I pulled over to share it with you guys. I was actually gonna walk around, stretch my legs, but it's very windy outside. Okay, so this is a video about creation and about creation with and between people. So I'll start with a story. As I was driving, I was reminded of a time when my older brother, I was about 12 or 13, my older brother had driven up the canyon near our house and his car had broken down. And so me and my mom hopped in the car to go tow him back down the canyon. And where I lived, you could use a tow rope. I know some busy, like big cities that's not, there's some places where you can't, but where we lived, you could use a tow rope. So we hooked up his car with the tow rope to my mom's car. I was just riding passenger, observing everything, and he rode in his car so he could steer because the canyon was super windy. And I can't remember, it might have been near dusk, or it might have been dark. I can't quite remember. In my mind, it's near dusk. And so here we were driving down a windy canyon with my mom driving and her 22-year-old son in the car behind us, steering while he was getting towed. And I remember my mom being a bit stressed about it, because it can just be a little bit stressful to tow a car. You can't let there be too much slack on the rope. You don't want the car behind to not be in good control. And after a while, there was a semi-truck behind us, and my mom started to feel concerned about that, of like, oh no, what if this semi-truck driver is super irritated that we're going quite slow? We're going slower than the speed limit because we're trying to maintain, the rope tautness and be able to handle the curves of this canyon. Oh dear. So concerned that the semi-truck might be in a real hurry to get where they're going, and might even be irritated or frustrated with us driving below the speed limit. As soon as there was a shoulder to pull out on, she pulled out on the shoulder, and to her surprise, the semi-truck did too, and pulled out to the shoulder and stopped. And that was confusing and surprising, of like, what? Oh no, like maybe the driver is so mad they are gonna get out and come tell me how mad they are. Or maybe there's something wrong. Maybe we don't have, like, my son's hazard lights on, or like there's a flat tire. Sometimes people will notify you of something that's wrong with your vehicle that you can't see. And the semi-truck driver got out of the cab and started walking towards the driver's side window. And it was this big guy, big beard, real intimidating looking. And you can imagine her just thinking, like, what's going to happen next? Like, is he so mad that he's going to come tell me what for? Like, oh dear, just confused. And this guy walks up to her window and says, I notice you're towing. So I've been following you, and I'm going to stay behind you to keep you safe until we get out of the canyon. I'll stay behind you so that no one comes speeding around or tries to merge in between you and the car you're towing. So I've got your back. I'm going to follow you out of the canyon. And I love this story so much. It still touches my heart. You could probably imagine what that would be like for her, having been concerned about the safety of her son, engaged in an activity they have to really focus in, maybe even worried that other drivers are going to get really mad or irritated or angry, or maybe even take out their anger on her, and that this guy extended this kindness, that he wanted to offer support and help keep her and her family safe. And I can't remember at the moment. I think my mom, I'm pretty sure she was crying after that. Saw tears as she got back on the road. So I still love that story, And it, whenever I think about it, I can feel it again and feel just the beautiful kindness of that man to see an opportunity to serve, and that he wasn't focused, he wasn't mad, he wasn't irritated, he wasn't trying to, he showed up in that place at that time, able and ready to offer kindness to another person. And that story, as I was contemplating that story, several other things came to mind. That when we interact with another soul, it's significant, and it can have really significant impact, especially offering a kindness, or acting from love and connecting to another soul from a place of love. And that not only does it create something very significant in that moment, I could imagine tension in her body relaxing. I could imagine fear and concern releasing. I could imagine faith and hope that everything was going to be very safe and comfortable. I could imagine, as she finished towing her son home, I could imagine just feeling really loved and seen. And I could just imagine how that would feel for her, and how that could totally, that just moment and that expression of kindness could totally have a huge impact for her, especially doing something, a bit scary, dangerous, brave, that in those moments it can have an extra big impact. So I was reminded of how when souls decide to interact from love, it can have a really, really big impact. And not only in that moment, but forever. That happened 20 years ago, and it still exists, and it's still having an impact. The energy created in that moment affected and impacted all 4 people who were present, and still does, and probably is impacted the air, probably the space where it happened. It probably created energy, good energy that's in that space. And then when as I was tuning into the story and feeling that again, I am still gaining a lot from it. I'm still being benefited. I can feel that kindness. I can feel that appreciation and gratitude. I can continue learning from it and continue learning a lot of lessons from it. And as I think of that story and went into and felt all those feelings again, then my system in the present moment is resonating at that frequency. It's emanating from me. And in my mind's eye, I just saw a ripple extending out from me, of now the space, the energy of gratitude is present on the road where I'm at, is present in the city, in the space that I'm in. And so, I was just really taken with how when we interact, when we have an experience, even by ourselves or with God, with angels or with other people, it's real, and it creates real energy. And that energy, once created, exists forever and exists within ourselves, and within the people who were experienced it forever. And as I think about it, I really think that money is not the currency of mortal existence on this planet, but energy is, and creation and experiences. And that every experience, this is my story at the moment, every experience that a soul has will last forever. Will last forever. It will last within that person forever, and whatever other people were involved, it'll last in their soul forever. Positive or negative experiences. So positive experiences like that story will last in my soul forever. And all of the very, very many, many different principles, concepts, emotions, energies that I experienced during it and from it as I move forward, there's so much involved and that was created in that experience, and it'll be with me forever. And same with negative experiences or painful experiences. I do believe that the energy created there will be with us forever. That the pain energy can be released, but the wisdom gained from the experiences will be with us forever. And that experiencing adds so much to us, so much knowledge, comprehension, nuance, which is how we learn anything, right? Is through experiencing it. And especially when souls come together and choose to have experiences together, there's an amplification, synergistic effect where the energy created, I believe, is amplified, is multiplied, for positive or negative. Okay, I'm kind of going all over the place because I had a lot of little downloads. Another download was that as humans, or as souls, we don't have to offer kindness to anybody. We don't have to treat anybody with kindness. We can offer irritation, frustration to everyone in every interaction. We don't ever have to give kindness to anybody. But when we do, it has a really, really, really big effect. And has a big, I see ripples coming from it, ripple effect, and a very powerful, transformative effect. It's very connecting at a soul level to offer someone kindness, or to offer connection through love instead of through frustration or anything else. I'm reminded that humans do treat other people with hatred and irritation and frustration often, and sometimes we'll even be feeling frustration and spew it onto other people or take it out on other people in order to try and release the frustration so they can feel more comfortable inside and spew their negativity on someone else, or get triggered and take it out on someone else. And that also creates an experience which can then, wisdom can be gained from it, but the person will have to release out the pain energy. So sorry, this is going in a lot of places. You'll have to listen with your intuition to pick out things if I'm not being super clear or specific. Okay, so my take-home message, or if I could summarize the insights that came to me, they were that in every moment we have, the air is just thick with possibility, just pregnant. Every single moment is just pregnant with creation and energy and possibility. Anything could happen, and anything could be created. And whatever does happen, whatever the next experience is, whatever we experience in the next moment, is created and will be with us forever. What our soul learns and gains through that experience will be with us forever. And we have the option of creating really, really powerful things, really, really significant, big, far-reaching things, like connecting from love and respect. And choosing to connect with other souls and synergize and amplify the creation of amazing energy and experiences. Also, that I believe that when we die, we take with us all of our experience, all of our knowledge and wisdom, and our relationships, and all the ways we've grown. And so, I would say that money is not the currency of this life. Creation is, and that we have the opportunity to create in every moment, and we can choose what we want to create, and that we have impact on our own, being like as we are, just on our own, or synergizing with other people to create really painful experiences, to create really positive healing experiences where people connect to love and connect to who they really are, and are able to feel and receive light. What's the other one? Maybe that's all that needs to be said right now if it doesn't come back to my mind. Creation. Right. The other one was that if we healing our triggers, our wounds, our limiting beliefs, our false, not true beliefs, and also our wound energy, and choosing to bring in and experience and connect to and create love and peace and synergy and honor and respect is awesome. And that's really the healing journey. And anything when people don't, or in the experience of not choosing to heal, then our trauma energy will drive our car, will drive us, and will connect with other people in ways that creates pain instead of the really wonderful, amazing things that are possible to be experienced and to create. Okay. All right. Well, so happy creating, everyone. Thanks for watching, and cheers to the potential that every human on the planet, no matter what your situation or location, we all have access to creation and creating, and each next moment is full of the possibilities of what we could create and what we could experience, and they can have really far-reaching effect. And I do keep getting the visual of whatever we create will continue existing until transmuted. So we create and connect and live from love, and choose to connect with other people from that place. We can create lasting, powerful energy that has a ripple effect and continues existing and impacting our soul and other souls for a long time.